The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. What is going on, guys? Eric Sablon here with Burnt Phone Marketing, and I'm super excited. Today I'm talking with two marketing experts, two coaches, Deb and Zanda, and they're going to talk about some mistakes, some entrepreneur roller coasters that they've gone through when they started what they built just recently. So welcome, Deb and Zanda. Deb and Zanda are Kiwis from Rock the Boat. They're helping network marketers. They're helping marketers level up in their business and increase their profits. They're true servant leaders. They sold everything, guys. They sold everything, and they're on a boat all the time. Talk about the life that everybody dreams of. Yes, I said that. I said they live on a boat. Literally live on a boat. They set aside corporate America. Zanda was in corporate America, or a corporate job, because they're from New Zealand. And Deb was in marketing. So super excited to have you guys on the podcast and the interview here. And thank you guys for taking the time out. So please welcome from down under, Deb and Zanda Rock-Evans.
Thanks very much, Eric.
Thanks, Eric, for the intro. It's great to be here. I'm really excited.
I'm super excited. So we're going to jump right in. So my first questions, I'm going to go right into this. My first question is about your background and your experience. So entrepreneur and coaching is something that you guys kind of decided to do just recently. Tell us a little bit about the background that kind of got you to decide to be your background in becoming an entrepreneur and a coach.
Do you want to start?
Yeah. I've been doing it a little bit longer than him. You're quite new to that. So he's a noob. But we've actually both come from an IT background, and that's actually how we met. And not so much corporate, but more like public government.
Yeah, love and the binary dust.
Oh yeah. And anyway, when we were trying to get pregnant, I was very much planning my exit stage left out of the rat race, because I really did not want to be missing out on any of those formative years with Morgan as he was growing up. So I was putting in place, I was upskilling again. My background is design. I have a design degree, and I started upskilling with web design and learning the ropes there so that I could build my own business. And so I did. I was branding and website strategist and designer, and I was working with solopreneurs, predominantly people who were trying to build their businesses online and didn't have a team. I was helping those people out. And from there, after a while, I realized that I was actually working crazier hours than I was when I was in a 9-to-5 IT role. And I was still, the boundaries were really blurred when it came to spending that quality time with my son and doing my passion project, because I loved what I was doing, but I was doing it way too much. There wasn't so much balance. So I started looking at other options, and I entered the world of network marketing. And so I've been playing in that industry as well for a couple of years now. And then last year, a lot of things changed. So you can tell them what happened with you.
So thank you for that intro. 25 years for me, 25 years in IT, corporate IT, banking, retail, government, and successful. Had good jobs, had good teams. I was lucky enough to have very, very clever people around me, because I had zero skills. Right? I wasn't a developer. I wasn't a project manager. I've dabbled in all of those things. But what I did do, and what I did do very well, is look after people. And I helped people communicate with other people. I helped them develop relationships with other people. And so I got made redundant midway through 2020. And it came out of the blue. Certainly didn't see it coming. And it was this great opportunity to go, well, we're now no longer anchored to this corporate job, this corporate career. We're now free to explore other things that we want to do. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I want to give back. I want to give back to people. I want to help people reach where they want to reach, whatever that means. And although I've done that all my career, it's always been constrained by what the company needed, right? So as a people leader inside a company, I have to sort of couch any coaching. Well, that's a hard thing to say. I had to couch the coaching with the interests of the company at heart. Whereas now I can approach people purely as individuals and help them with their mindset and get to where they want to go. And so this is something alongside us running our businesses and alongside us, doing our online marketing and helping people in that space. Is I've got this driver to increase harmony and happiness everywhere in the world.
Well, if you guys are on the podcast, you're not getting to see the face of Xander the way that he says it. And just so you guys know that the guy is like he leads with his heart on his sleeve, and truly, I love what he said. He helps people communicate better. Like, and have you guys ever had that feeling where you guys have felt stuck because you couldn't adapt the ball to the way that you wanted to do it? You couldn't adapt the playing field to the way that you wanted to do it. And what Xander has done is he's taken all the stuff that he's learned before. Now he's tightened it up and he's created his own coaching program that doesn't have constraints from the outside company, from the outside stresses that he had. He can truly help people the way Xander wants to rock the boat. So that is an amazing. I'm super excited. And as you can tell, just by listening to Deb and Xander, you know that they're professionals and experts in not only marketing, not only design, not only overall marketing, but as coaches with servant hearts. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about coaches with servant hearts. We're going to talk about struggles that most coaches have. So I'm going to go back. We met about in November of last year. You joined our coaching program, and you just started and launched in the last 30 days. You launched your own coaching program. So tell me, like, what's the number one mistake that entrepreneurs make when they're launching a coaching program? Now, you don't have to say it from what you've seen, but kind of like what you felt when you were doing it. What was the number one mistake that you felt when you launched your program?
Well, you're lucky that there's two of us here, because we each get to get a number one, right? We get to answer this question.
There's two number ones.
And while I'm thinking, I'm going to let Deb go. Oh, do you want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, a wonderful lesson that we learned, and look, we knew it to be true from other things that we've done anyway, but this really is this notion of taking imperfect action, and done is better than perfect, and just get out of your own way and put something down, put something out there for people to pick up and back yourself, right? So we could have spent another 6 months trying to get a coaching program dialed in, and it still wouldn't have worked, right? So but we knew enough to start going, and the beautiful thing, that then the lessons that you learn along the way, once you start delivering, that's the gold. And no one can tell you that. No one can teach you. So yeah. Imperfect action. Yeah.
And I have to add to that, because I've taken the perfect action before, and I have launched a course that I created that I thought people needed and executed it all completely before launching, and I launched 2 crickets. No one bought my thing. And I certainly did not want to have that happening again. The big difference between what we just launched and what I have done previously is that we responded to problems. We saw people, students in your community, Eric, who had just come off the back of this 5-day challenge and were amped and excited, but they hadn't had time to implement everything yet. And so what we did was we just responded to that problem and offered them another 30 days to work with us, to work through the details, because we know a lot of people find it difficult to take imperfect action, right? And to work quickly. So all we did was meet them where they were at and offer them something that was going to help them get those results over a longer period of time.
Beautiful.
So I'm just going to recap a little bit what you said, and meeting your client where they're at. If you guys don't have your pen and paper out right now, meeting your client where you're at, like you should probably get your notes out on your iPad or whatever you're using, Samsung or iPad, whatever you're using. She said, meet the client where they're at. You can't just do it for yourself. You can't solve your problem. You have to solve your client's problem and meet them where they're at. Because if you're just sending your problem, then all of a sudden it's like everyone says, you're your own avatar, but you're also you're also helping your clients that are a couple steps behind you. So make sure that you're solving that problem that you already went through. And then I love what Xander said. He says, take imperfect action. Done is better than perfect. Like, I say that stuff all the time. Like, that is one of my favorite things. Like, done is better than perfect. One take, Jake. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna send it. It's gonna be good. It might go through Grammarly real quick, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna write it, and then we're gonna send it. That's it. And that's a huge nugget that I think aspiring coaches, marketers, and entrepreneurs really need to see. It's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done.
Absolutely.
It doesn't exist until it's out there, right? If it doesn't matter how much effort you've put into something, until someone else sees it, it's imaginary, right? And it's like words, things that we say. We can run over conversations in our head, and we can anticipate what the other person's going to say, and we can get ourselves caught up into all sorts of trouble worrying about that. Or we can start having the conversation, right? And put it out there, put the words out there, and see what happens. So I think that this is it's along the same sort of lines. Is take action, do something.
Right.
You can't, once you start doing something, you start building momentum, and then you can change your direction. If you're not doing anything, you have no momentum, and starting is hard. So take that first action, make the first step. Yeah.
So I'm going to bring you back to probably about 30 days ago. We were just finishing our challenge. You were launching your program. Tell me about what it felt like the minute your first sale came in, your first online sale came in. Tell me what that exhilaration, that feeling, tell me what that felt like.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, buddy.
There you go.
Sorry, we can call them back. Okay.
Sorry, Eric.
No, it's all good. So, guys, everybody, they're on a boat, and they have their sons on the boat. So, I mean, think about this. They're running their business from a boat with their son on the boat, and they do schooling. 6-year-old, they do it all. So this is what I love to see. Honestly, this is what I love to see. I love to see adapting and action, like done. I always say I was a C student on a good day. B+ work changes lives. Like,
yeah,
we're doing that. So yeah, the question was like, what was the exhilarating feeling? What did it feel like? What were the emotions going through your head the minute that first sale came through?
Well, the very first sale was actually your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Which was so cute. So it was great, but it was also it was just mom. And we've all had that before, right?
Yes,
We've all had
yeah.
our friends and family buy our thing and support us, but it's not quite the same. So
Yeah.
it was the second one that came through,
Yeah.
and that
was the first organic real sale. Yeah.
And then another, and before you knew it, we were looking at the back end going, holy crap, we've just made this much, hun. And it was a hell of a buzz, Eric, I have to say. Definitely.
It was a culmination of a lot of things. So the technology behind it all just worked, right? So the payment integration and the card details, there was relief that worked. There was this culmination of this effort that we'd put into preparing this thing that we knew wasn't perfect, but it was out there, and that people saw value in that and were prepared to reach into their pockets. So it really was. And as Debbie said, it's the second one really did open up. It opened up the gate, and things just started falling into line. It was and really the motivation then to carry on and build richer offerings and higher value offerings, and knowing that we can do that, and we've got people want to hear what we have to say, and they want to pick up what we offer. So I think that the biggest thing for me was the motivation that we got from those initial sales is priceless.
Yeah, absolutely. And I still got a really great buzzy moment just last week, actually, because we're also offering some free training to a selection of people at the moment who we're working with, who are ready to implement and take action. We're delivering a free training each week, and if they're implementing on that, and they can stick with us, right? And a new person came into that group, and I delivered a training. And at the end of the training, I was talking to some of the other students in the call about some of the other stuff that we've covered off in our program, in the Rock the Leads program. And this new person was like, well, I need that. Where do I sign up? So it's so cool. It's just the best feeling, really, when you kind of pitch or sell, but you're not. It doesn't feel like you're pitching or selling at all. But people get this feeling that they're missing out and they need what everyone else has got too. So it's like,
you were providing the value to a community, and somebody else came in and saw your value and just took advantage of it. So I want to take you back to the scars, the shins, the feeling of the first course that you created before you got coaching, before you did all this, the feeling of that first coaching, because you said at the beginning you did it because you knew how to do it, but you did it and you had crickets. Tell me the big difference between that one. So give me the here I was then and here I am now. I want to hear that Deb story.
Yeah. Well, I was doing everything right. I had a community. I had a Facebook group that I had a 5-day challenge to get over yourself and get yourself out there with Facebook Live. And I ran it about 3 times, and it was really successful. I was building my group. I had a lot of engaged people who wanted to learn how to get more comfortable on camera. And so the free challenge was really effective. And I thought, well, maybe there's something here. Maybe I can delve more into video. And so I got some interested students involved in a beta group to learn how to then leverage Facebook Live in their marketing, and to help them come up with a plan, basically, of how to use this moving forward. And I took those beta students through this course over a period of weeks, and they got heaps out of it, and they got great testimonials, and they started taking action and implementing and doing it. And then I was basically going to create it. Well, I created a course. I created the beginning of it. I created all the back end of it, and you know how time consuming that can be, right, Eric? I created all of that, all the graphics, all the branding. And I was going to launch them this Rock It Live course whereby they would work with me and we would fine tune that stuff. And none of my beta students took me up on the offer. It was not enough for the price point. It was not enough value, I don't believe. I believe that I had already given away all my gold in the beta training and in the, in the run up to that. So I guess I learned a lot that I hadn't worked out that value ladder. I gave a lot away for free, built up confidence. Then I got people interested at a probably a realistic price point in the beta program. And I gave away all my gold. So by the time I was pitching my core offer, they didn't need it. They did not need it. So yeah, I've learned a lot since we've been working with you guys around the value of the value ladder. You've got to take people on a journey, and you don't give away all your gold at the beginning. You've got to give them the what and the why, but not the freaking how. they need to come join you for the how,
For the how.
And it's been a huge learning curve.
That's huge. I mean, because a lot of times we end up doing that. We end up what I love is like that story that you just told, the conversation that you were having in your training, you probably showed up exactly the same way. And this time someone said, you know what, I need whatever they have. And before you had given away everything. So it's so crazy. Like just between November, I don't even know when your first course was, but between November and now, you just had somebody come in and buy versus, and you didn't even have to like do a whole lot of selling in that thing.
That's right.
So I'm going to ask you, because I'm super excited for what you guys have done. Can you tell me a little bit more about Rock the Boat and what it is and what it stands for?
Well, so
or the Rock the Boat Challenge, one of the two. I mean, either.
Yeah. So Rock the Boat. It's a multifaceted thing, really, for us. So we have an overarching brand, Rock the Boat, which is our life. Right? Our life is about rocking the boat, not following society's norms. Not succumbing to the definitions of success and the definitions of value that possibly is everywhere else around us, like all of the commercial realities. So we're challenging the status quo. We're rocking the boat. Now, that's what one of the examples here is about. Where you get your income from. Traditionally, you go to school, you go to university, you get a job, you get a career, you work hard, and then at some point you retire, and then you enjoy yourself. I'm sorry, but I don't. I was in that, and I did not like the prospect of working till I was 70 or 75, and then at some point finding freedom and happiness. So
and then have a heart attack.
But so the sources of income, multiple sources of income. So thankfully, more and more people are tuning into the idea of multiple sources of income, because they realize that as an employee, no matter how committed they are to their employer, the employer doesn't show the same level of commitment back to them. And at very short notice, that can come to an end. I went through that, didn't see it coming. Lots of people have, especially during 2020. It was a nightmare of a year for a lot of people. So multiple sources of income, rocking the boat.
Also having less, like I've been on a bit of a journey since I had Morgan around living more sustainably and simply, and just taking what we need, from the planet as well as around us, and not feeling like we have to have all the trappings and all the trimmings. I actually felt really stressed out and burdened by all our stuff. And a big reason why we sold the house and sold everything and bought the boat is we were really looking for that freedom, that feeling of freedom that comes with letting go of stuff. I mean, our stuff clutters our life. It really does. And just like being too busy with too many things on your mind clutters your mind. And it's all energetic, right? And I'm very much into energy flow. And I was feeling really down and trapped by our situation, and not only the physicality of it, but also the financial burden of it. I was very aware that, hang on, sweetheart. Okay, sweetheart. That's nice. Yes, hunger does take priority over podcasts. Okay, shush, you need to go back to your room. Grab a apple. There you go. And have a nosh on that, okay, for a while. There you go. Where was I? Oh, the financial burden, right? So I was.
Died from hunger.
Okay. Oh no, he's died from hunger.
Died from hunger. Didn't take long, did it?
Yeah. Well, we should have fed him. What's today?
Yeah, we probably should have. Yeah, I was very much picking up on the fact that things were going to change. I could smell change in the air. You know, we were overdue probably for another recession. I certainly felt like the housing market was going to potentially take a dip, and the idea of being stuck in a house that was highly leveraged as well filled me with fear. So, and to add to that, we had been in 2019, at the beginning of 2019, we'd been taken Zanda's parents and gone and traveled around the UK in a camper van for 6 weeks, and we all felt from that trip that freedom feeling of being on the road, of having just the simple things in life. We all had a case each, and all we had was some pots and pans and knives and forks and plates, and that was all we needed actually to be happy. And okay, sure, we were on a holiday and everything's great on a holiday, but we all came back to New Zealand with that feeling of that's all we need, that's all we want right now. And ironically, each of us, without really talking to each other about it, started to take steps towards simplifying our life. And Zanda's, you can probably tell this, but your parents rang us one day and they said, we've got some news. And we said, well, so do we. You go first. And they said, we've sold our house and we've bought a camper van and we're going to travel around the country. And we went, oh, that's great. That was the other way around, actually. That's nice. We've just sold our home and bought a yacht.
Yeah. So it was, at that point, it was the idea. We are selling and we are selling. And so from that conversation, 3 months later, they were in their camper van. We were on our boat. It was really, really fast. If I could just summarize that, it's about helping people. I want to help people live a life that is their definition of success, not somebody else's. So for us, this is it. Yeah. For other people, it might be getting the house is what their marker of success is going to be.
Right.
So it's whatever it is for you, that's okay. But I want people to be free to go through a set of exercises where they can work out what it looks like for them, what they truly value, what defines success.
And what does happiness look like?
Yeah, what does happiness look like? And then take some action to get there. So it's, you know what it's like when you look at the commercials and you look at look at Hollywood movies, and it's painting a picture for us. And we strive to conform to it. And it's, you get there, you get all of those things, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, you sit there and go, hang on, I'm not happy. What's missing? There's got to be more than this, which is crazy. No, that's it. Yeah, to me, individual choice.
Okay, for the final question, and I asked a lot of people this on my podcast all the time, because I really think that it helps people dive in and future cast what they really want and what they really want to get remembered by. And I'm gonna set a tone for you guys. You guys are at the largest event that whatever marketing event, whatever the biggest event that you guys want to talk at, there's 100,000 people there. you are the Sunday speaker, meaning,
Keynote.
yeah, you are the keynote for the keynote. Yes, you are the one. Both of you guys are on stage. You guys finish your guys' talk. Everybody's clapping as they're standing up. You're walking off the stage, and people like us that were in the stands are turning around. They're walking to the exit, and they see the banner of you guys because you guys are the keynotes. What is the one phrase that you want them to remember Deb and Xander by?
But wait, there's more. Get back to your seats. We haven't finished. Where are you going?
Oh
no! Right.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, I can see why this is a good question, Eric.
Yeah.
What's the one phrase?
Look, Mum.
Look, Mum, I've built something with Lego.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a really important moment, Morgan.
That's awesome.
That's
buddy.
awesome.
I love it.
That move.
He's been building Lego creations. This is great stalling tactic, by the way. You can always.
As you can tell, Xander has been in comedy for a long time. Apparently, he's been a stand-up comedian. So the first thing that he did when he was a little bit uncomfortable was made a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He still does it to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works.
I don't know. I mean, I quite like our kind of slogan already, which is to sail out of the sea of sameness and into an ocean of opportunity.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite feel quite as impactful. So I am sure that will evolve and become,
Tighten. It'll be tightened
you want
up.
something like just do it, right? You want that really nice, catchy, memorable.
So yeah,
Or a phrase, honestly, a phrase like that exemplifies what you guys do.
Yeah.
And what you guys think about.
Yeah. Look, and we didn't create either of those individual components, like the Sea of Sameness or Ocean of Opportunity. I mean, they stand in their own two right. They exist out there in the public domain, but I don't know if anyone's ever combined the two.
Yeah.
You know, sail out of the Sea of Sameness into an Ocean of Opportunity. But to me, there's an overarching message that we have around taking action. So don't just put your destiny in the hands of others. Like someone else might have said that. If they haven't, they should have. It's bloody good. Don't put your destiny in the hands of others. That
might be it.
Yeah.
That might be it. Honestly, I mean, think about it. Like, that's punchy. That's less than 7 words. That's dialed in. That hits people's hearts. So, like, I love the sail out of the sea of sameness and into the ocean of opportunity. I love that one. But on the bottom, like the little smiley face that goes underneath that logo is exactly what you just said. Don't leave your destiny.
I'm glad you recorded this. What did I say?
Don't leave your destiny. Don't leave your destiny in the hands of others.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you'd refine it. Maybe something like your destiny is too important to leave in the hands of others or something.
No, I like the other one.
You like the other one?
Yeah.
I'm going to see that on your copy from now on. It's going to be hashtag don't leave your destiny in the hands of others. Hashtag rock the boat. Hashtag sea of sameness. Hashtag sail into. I love it.
Yeah.
You got them all.
Find your freedom. Yeah.
And you guys exemplify what you guys talk, you guys do, you guys take action. I mean, I just want to thank you guys for being on the podcast. I want to thank you guys for the time that you guys have. I want to thank you guys for taking action and really just end this interview with the token of gratitude for having such great clients and having such good people. And it's a blessing to have you guys. So Any last words before we close out?
Well, the feeling is mutual.
Thank you.
We really want to thank you guys for, I mean, our life has changed phenomenally since you guys have been in it. And, there's been other things going on. Obviously, we're doing very different things with our life now in terms of sailing around. But what we've learned and achieved in the time that we've been working with you guys has been nothing short of phenomenal. And I don't think we would have launched anything had we not been working with you this soon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I add to that, it's the value that we're getting from the mentorship from you, and the biggest thing that people get in the way is their own self-belief, right? You're helping us bust through that, right? You're giving us the belief that we need to have in ourselves. You're showing us strategies and processes and methods that we can follow. All we have to do is follow them, right? And sprinkle our magic on top, and it works, right? There's something about you which says you can trust me, right? And so we did, and we do, and we've listened, and we've implemented, and it's working. Yes, we have to do our fair share of the heavy lifting, but with the mentorship and support of you, you're encouraging better performance out of us than we have given before, right? And so that's why we're achieving that. So I don't know how you can sum that up in a few words.
It's stretching us. It's stretching us out of our comfort zone, and each time we do it, we realize we've got this. We can do this, and you're role modeling basically really well where we want to be going.
And more than we can do this, now we can say we've done this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we've knocked the first bugger off.
Yeah.
And that's a phrase that Sir Edmund Hillary, one of the great New Zealanders, said when he first climbed Mount Everest, right? Huge feat. No one had done it before. What did he say? We knocked the bugger off.
We knocked the bugger
so
off.
it's a Kiwi saying, but, done it.
Nice.
What's the next one? Yeah.
Well, big token of gratitude. Thank you guys. And always, always, always to the audience, always listen to the full outro. And I'm going to put a link to the Rock the Boat. I'm going to put a link in the show notes so you can learn a little bit more about Rock the Boat and the Rock the Boat Challenge. And I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. And I will see all of you on the next episode of Burnt Phone Marketing Radio. Thanks, guys. Are you tired of those lame Facebook groups that provide no value? Well, our Facebook group is awesome. Go to unlockthefbgroup.com and get access to our Facebook group, where you will be able to find interviews of top network marketers and Q&As where you can jump in and talk to them live. We also have massive training. We provide a bunch of free tools. So jump into that group. Again, that's unlockthefbgroup.com. We'll ask you a few questions in mini chat because that's what we do. And make sure that you're not a spammer and get you into the group right away. So again, go to unlockthefbgroup.com and don't be a spammer.